Hello Aquarius, welcome to my YouTube channel Tarot by Summer, and I'm glad you stopped by to get a look at your reading for the end of June going into July 2017. To get the reading started, I prayed over the reading in the decks and I meditated and I laid out a portion of the reading so that we could jumpstart the process. During my prayer and meditation, mostly the meditation, I saw like a vision of someone gliding through the sky, like floating, just at a cruise level, just kind of gliding. And it was dusk outside. The sky was dusk, dark, really pretty bluish sky with different colors as it's changing. And this person is wearing like light colors, like really summery looking clothes or something, and they're just gliding along. And I heard the word flight. So after that vision, it merged into like another one. You know how dreams merge together? You have like one part of a dream and then it skips over to something totally different, or just a continuation, another part of that same dream. Anyway, after I heard the word flight, I saw this person. It merged over into like another part of the vision where this person is coming down out of the sky. Someone is wearing like a brown uniform or something, and they have like a backpack or parachute on their back, and they're holding on to the straps like this, coming down and pressing something. And this person is coming down out of the sky and landing on their feet and kind of running along like that, with the momentum of the land. And I heard the word descend, like a plane, like a plane descends, or like someone, jumping out of an airplane and they're descending down to the ground, landing. So that's what I got. I got flight and descend, and I had those two visions together, back to back. I don't know what that means for some of you. I don't know what it means, Aquarius. Maybe somebody will tell me what it means. They'll write me back in the comment section, tell me what that means. I don't know if someone is in the military or someone has a hobby of jumping out of airplanes, or wishes to take, like, I don't know, flight lessons or something. But please, if that means something to you, tell me. It may come out in the reading, it may not. But anyway, enough of my babbling on. Let's get started. At the bottom of the deck, I normally read from the bottom of the deck as well as the overall layout, the overall reading, because it usually tells me one or two things, or both, what the overall energy will be for the reading, one, or two, what a person may be hiding or tucking away to come back to later, or tucking away because they don't want people to see what's really going on deep below the surface. Sort of like when we were kids and our parents wanted us to clean the room, but then we would push stuff under the bed or in the back of the closet, or sweep some dust under the rug. Because we don't want to deal with it at that moment, so we just tuck it away somewhere. But anyway, at the bottom of the deck, sometimes I either go to the bottom of the deck first, or I do the main part of the reading first. But I feel compelled right now to go to the bottom of the deck. Okay, first. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in the upright position. Can you see him? This man is happy. He's gleeful. He's got his wishes fulfilled. He's his cup runneth over. He has probably more cups than he knows what to do with, than he can handle himself. So he's had a lot of wishes granted to him. He's happy. And he also has like a little smirk on his face, kind of like gloating a little bit over, the abundance of joy he has in his life. Okay. And I want to, this joy, I'm looking at your spread right now. Aquarius, you've got quite a bit of love going on here. So this is how I'm connecting this Nine of Cups with the rest of the spread, and that's why I wanted to go here first. A lot of love going on, but we're going to come back. We're going to come to this. The cups are representative of emotions, of love, of happiness, of relationships, different sorts of relationships, whether they're personal, family, the bonds that you build, and in business relationships, like casual relationships at work. So that's dealing with the emotions. Okay, I'm gonna just go down a few cards below the Nine of Cups and see why there's so much happiness here. It tells a little bit more. Okay. I think I'm going to stop at the three below. You've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Two of Cups that is below the Nine of Cups, leading up to the Magician in reverse, leading up to the Chariot in the upright position, leading up to the Nine of Cups. This tells me, or it shows me, that somewhere in the past, maybe deep past, or what you have right now, in the present part of your life, in your present, but you're sort of keeping it tucked away, keeping it to yourself. There was a relationship with somebody. Okay? This is like a soulmate card. It is the bonding of two people who come together and they're on the same page. This could be business partners or really close friends who are developing into something more. But it's usually two people who see eye to eye, and more than likely, in a general reading or in a love reading, it turns out to be people falling in love and they see eye to eye. They're really meant for each other. It's like a karmic it's a karmic partnership. But the Magician is next to it. In the upright position, the Magician is someone who's able to manifest what he or she wants in their lives in various situations. He or she has everything they need within, and they have all of the resources externally. So they have what they need internally, and they have what they need externally as well. They have all of the elements. This person has the cups, this person has the wands, the four elements. This person has the pentacles, this person has the swords, fire, air, water, and earth. And it's a very good card. It's good. Unless, of course, it's next to something that's not so favorable. But it's in the reverse position. In the reverse position, this person can be a manipulator. They can use their power. They can use their resources to manipulate a situation or to manipulate someone. So it looks like there's been maybe some foul play or some manipulation within this union that took place. Aquarius, I don't know if that's something that may have happened to you and you're trying to tuck it away, or it was in the deep past and you feel like it should be left where it is. Maybe this is something that happened to you in your relationship, or maybe this is something you did to the person you were in a relationship with, some sort of union. Next to the Magician in reverse is the Chariot. The Chariot in the upright position is about travel. It's about taking control of a situation and steering it where you want it to go. It is also about triumph over adversity. It is also the sign of, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Cancer. So you have two major arcanas, two major events that took place in your life, something noteworthy, something worth really looking at and noticing, something you couldn't help but notice because the change is big. That's what major arcanas do. Next to that Chariot is the card on the bottom, and that is the Nine of Cups. So it looks like, to me, what I'm picking up is there was a relationship of some sort. Some manipulation took place, and someone left for greener pastures and found, some happiness in their lives. That could be either you or someone that you were with. Perhaps this person found out that there was some manipulation taking place and they decided to split. They got out, pretty quickly. Didn't take too long to figure out, okay, you know what? There's something not too right about this situation. I'm not feeling it. I don't like being manipulated or controlled. And I need to go elsewhere and find happiness within myself or within my life, period. So it doesn't look like there was too much heartache going on with you, Aquarius. But it does look like somebody got out of it before there was too much damage done, and they were happy, overjoyed that they made that decision to move on quickly. I'm out of here. I'm not hanging around this situation that's, that I think is like a soulmate relationship. I don't want to disillusion myself when the Magician comes in, because I feel like I'm disillusioned, but I don't want to do it to myself. I don't want to add insult to injury. Okay, so now we're leading up to the rest of the reading. At your center is the Lovers. This is a Gemini card. Lovers represent Gemini. This is a major arcana, and it usually means one or two things. You need to make a head or heart decision between two things going on in your life that you're not quite sure of what to do. So you need to make a decision between them. And usually this person who needs to make a decision has conflict between their head and between their heart. Sometimes in our lives, we don't know which one to follow. Should I listen to my head or should I follow my heart? Or this person has fallen in love. Maybe, the relationship may not be karmic. It could be, but this person, has fallen in love and they're happy, or love is on the way. Okay? What crosses the lovers is the Fool. These are two major arcanas. This could either hinder you or it can help you. Aquarius, if you have found love in your life, or if you need to make a head, make a decision between your head or your heart, in your heart, the Fool helping you could be telling you, take a chance, go for it. Go for it. You only live once. You deserve happiness. Or the Fool, and the Fool could be right, because this is something that's, this big, that's either happening to you right now, or it's going to happen in July, because we're like ending June now. Or this can hinder you, because if this is not the proper time to do this, and you need like a little more time, versus being hasteful and just stepping out there on a limb like a fool, then it can hurt you if that is not the case, if you're not ready. It can put you in a compromising position where you make this decision, and instead of being someone who's taking a leap of faith and following their faith, trusting that God or the universe or spirit or higher self is going to guide you and everything will be okay, you could just be a fool. You could be making a foolish decision by being hasteful and jumping into it. So, Aquarius, that's something that you may need to decide. But, perhaps we'll look into that. Okay? You need to make a decision. Probably, it looks like it's going to be love. And you also need to decide whether to think about it a little bit, or go ahead and take that leap of faith. But let's, continue with the reading, and you kind of decide which one is going to be which will be better. But so far it looks, pretty good. It looks more positive than negative. It looks like something that can help you more than hinder you. What lies beneath you is the Empress. The Empress is another major arcana. The Empress is someone in your life that is either coming into your life by July or somewhere around there, or she's someone who's already there. This Empress is someone who she's the ultimate woman of the tarot deck. She encompasses all of the elements: air, water, fire, earth. She's fruitful. She's about abundance. She's about fertility, love, peace, raising of children, having children, creating, all of the things you can think of that are feminine, that are lovely, that represents a woman. Aquarius, this could either be you, although this is not your energy, because Aquarius is an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Those are air signs. However, you may have other elements inside of your chart. This could also be you. Or it could be your spouse. For some of you, this is going to be your spouse, going to be your wife. You know, or is your wife. In the near past, you have the Four of Wands in reverse. The Four of Wands means upright, means celebration. It can mean celebration. It can mean the start of a family, building a family. It could mean the purchase of a home. It could mean becoming involved with the community. It's like the beginning stages of something involving community, family, home, real estate. It's a very good card. It could be you getting married, some sort of celebration, see? But it's in the reverse position. Perhaps you were getting married and there was some sort of delay. Or for some of you, you were married and maybe you got divorced or things didn't work out according to what you initially planned for your marriage. Or partnership, or you could have been in a relationship that, was supposed to lead to marriage, but it didn't. That may happen for some of you. You were in that relationship and you anticipated marriage. These are things that you talked about, but it didn't come into fruition, Aquarius. What crowns you is the King of Wands. I'm sorry, that is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is fire energy. The Wands, period, is fire energy. They're fire energy, the Wands are. That is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. The Queen of Wands is a woman who's motherly. She's hardworking. She likes to socialize. She likes to make friends. She's a really good talker. She's usually busy. Okay, she's a good mom. She's motherly as well, and she works hard to balance life between work and family, because usually she's working. This is crowning you. This could be, for some of you, this could be you. It could be you, or it could be a woman of influence in your life that's looking over you or that you have on your mind. It could be your mother. You having a close relationship with your mother and your mother's watching this situation, with your love life. I'm not quite sure which one that is, but it looks like someone watching over you and possibly having concern about you in this relationship, or you stepping out there and being a fool, making a mistake with the decision that you make in your love life. Perhaps this woman is concerned because some of you are in this relationship with this Empress, and this woman is not comfortable with it for some reason, because all looks good on the outside, But this woman, this watching over you, may be concerned because maybe you went through this in the past and things didn't work out with someone else, which is why we have the Nine of Cups, the Chariot, the Magician in reverse, and the Two of Cups. Past relationship that didn't work out in Aquarius, maybe you had to get out of it and find happiness again. You got out of it pretty quick, you know. You got on your horses, and you rode out fast. Maybe this is your mother, sister, aunt, or maybe this is you. You know, I could be talking to some women. For some of you, this will be women. Maybe you have some concerns about this because you don't want to fall back into this situation where you had to start all over again and find yourself again and find that happiness again. Because you don't want to go backwards, you want to go forward. For some of you, this Empress at your foundation could be a really good friend who's trying to influence you into stepping out there into a relationship because she has everything. She's pregnant, she's fruitful, she's got money, she's got, you know, just about everything you can think of. She's married to the Emperor. He's not here, but that's her husband in the deck. Her husband is the Emperor. This woman down here may be of concern as well, telling you, you know, go for it. That could be the case for some of you. For some of you, you may have the energy of your mother and your friend trying to get you to take a chance at love again. That may be for some of you. There's a lot of feminine energy in this spread. I noticed that. Very, very feminine energy. Whoever I'm reading for has a lot of women around them. I'm not sure if I'm reading for a man, you know, whether this is something that will resonate with the man, but it feels very, very feminine, very womanly, almost too many women involved. If someone can really dig what I'm saying, almost the influence is like it's a bit much. There's not like enough balance. And although the spread looks good, you know, it looks pretty good, I don't know if that is really good to not have that balance, to where, you know, too many people are in your head and trying to influence you. You understand? But let's go on. We'll try to, you know, we'll look at some of these things that are happening here, you know, what I'm feeling, you know, we'll try and see what's going on with this. In the near future, you have the World card. The World card is about coming full circle with a situation in your life. You're successful, you're happy, you've gone through so many different stages in your life. You've gone through your ups and your downs. and you've reached a point where you've done a complete circle. You made like a complete circle in your life, 360, and you're celebrating. You're stepping out there into the world. You're experienced. You know, you're worldly. You're really worldly now. It can also mean travel for some of you. Some of you may be traveling pretty soon. Some of you may be taking a leap of faith with the one that you love, because you got love in the center. You know, there's some love, and there may be some decisions you need to make about this. Perhaps you'll take that chance and say, hey honey, let's go travel. Maybe there will be a honeymoon. Maybe there will be a wedding. Maybe this will turn around. Although this is something that didn't work out in the past, maybe you want to turn things around. Get married to the one you love, or talk about it. Take a leap of faith again, you know, trust. And start planning like a honeymoon, travel. Or maybe start planning the purchase of a home. But you're going abroad. You're going to maybe move away from where you are. That could be, you know, that's what I'm picking up for some of you. You may be on the move to rebuild this, but someplace else. Under the world, I pulled a few other cards to kind of see what's going on with the future, and to sort of clarify the world a little bit, what's happening with that. The World card is another major arcana, by the way. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas in your spread. So you've got quite a few changes coming up, Aquarius. Quite a few changes going on. Under the World came the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Sun, Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse is, first of all, the Queen of Cups in the upright position is someone who's very intuitive. She's loving, she's emotional, she's kind. You know, she's nurturing. You know, she's someone who's easy to talk to as well, but very nurturing, kind-hearted, loving. She could be a bit spoiled because she's so used to receiving love, you know. It's a relatively good card. It's good energy. It is the energy of the water sign, and that is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In the reverse position, the Queen of Cups can be manipulative with her emotions. She could be someone who doesn't handle situations well when they don't go right. She'll break down and cry easily. Sometimes she'll overdo it. She'll get dramatic and just, you know, overdo it with the emotions, pour it on thick. The Queen of Cups in reverse is next to the Sun. The Sun isn't necessarily a Leo card, but it's a strong representation of Leo, because Leo is ruled by the Sun. But there's also a child riding the horse, and that child could mean someone's child, maybe you, Aquarius, your child, one of your children, or the birth that's going to take place maybe this summer. or soon. Someone could be, I don't know. We're going to look into this a little bit more. Maybe the Queen of Cups has found out she's pregnant and she's overly emotional or doesn't know how to handle it, or maybe she found out someone's pregnant. Perhaps she found out that this Empress is pregnant. The Empress is pregnant for whatever odd reason. Whatever reason, I wouldn't necessarily say odd, but for whatever reason, maybe the Queen of Cups found out about this baby that's coming, that's going to be due, looks like soon. Something came to full circle. Light was shed on this circumstance that came full circle in the near future. Aquarius, could this be you? Could this be someone you know? Could this be your wife, Aquarius? Next to the Sun is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is an air sign. The Queen of Swords would represent you, Aquarius. That's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The swords represent air. It represents the wind. It's about the things that go on inside your head, your thought, your communication, how you communicate, how you talk to people, the decisions you make. It's about truth or falsehood or finding out which is which. The Queen of Swords is definitely someone who's out for the truth. She usually represents like a judge or a lawyer or someone working in the judicial system, law enforcement, someone in charge of making legal decisions. Well, that would be, something in the law field or whatever, but someone in charge of making decisions. Someone signing off on checks or documents or whatever the case. Maybe a doctor, someone who performs procedures on people. The Queen of Swords is usually a divorced woman, a woman who's going through a lot in her life. Divorced or separated, or perhaps single, but she's going through quite a bit of bumps and bruises in it, and it's giving her like this sharp edge. Okay? But she's definitely a truth seeker. She's someone you want on your side. If you need someone to have your back and you need truth, she's the kind of person that you turn to. Or she's the kind of person that you need to become when that time comes, and you need to be her. You need to be tough. You need to be stern. You need to be quick at making your decisions, and you stand firm on it. That it needs to be final. Next to the Queen of Swords is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright position is a young person, it could be a man or a woman, who's bringing forth projects or deals of making money, who's in the active process of building their money, you know, like maybe like someone in their 20s, late teens, 20s, 30s, in their building stages of life. Because, you know, we have different stages. We have infancy, childhood, adolescent, young adulthood, adulthood, mature adulthood, you know, just the different stages. So that when you look at the Knight of Pentacles, that is the kind of stage or the category that you usually see this person is in, because this is a person. They're on their path, they're building wealth, they're, you know, they're in the process of building for the long haul. They're in their process. This person here, though, is the slowest knight of the deck. Whatever he does is slow, it's methodical, and it's going to last a long time. It is something he's doing and preparing for, he or she, for years to come. So his move, he's slow and he pokes along. He doesn't move fast for anybody or make decisions quickly for anybody. Very good decision maker when it comes to money. Very well versed when it comes to finances and you know, dealing with resources and career moves, things of that nature. In the reverse position, this is how you have them, Aquarius. In the reverse position, the Knight of Pentacles needs to take a second look or a third look. Needs to be very careful about who he or she takes financial advice from. This person could have also fallen off their path, or will be falling off their path, since this is in the near future. Maybe something happens, maybe something, they lose some money somewhere. They were going in the right direction, forward, you know, moving along real slow while making money. But maybe somewhere there's going to be a fallout, a loss, perhaps, of some sort. Or running into someone who's going to steer them wrong and kind of knock them off track when it comes to finances. So you want to watch out for this, Aquarius. This could be you or someone else. Perhaps the Queen of Swords is going to be someone to make a decision, and in her decision, maybe you or someone around you may be at risk of losing some money. So it's under the world. The Queen of Cups next to the Sun. The Queen of Cups is going to be emotional. This person is going to be, she's going to be emotional about some information that she finds out about something that this having light, you know, shining down on a situation to bring the truth out, and decisions need to be made. And because decisions will be made, there will be a loss somewhere along this path. This could also be a fear for some of you. A fear that if you, I don't know, if you step out there, purchase property, or go on vacation with your love, that you will somehow lose, or something will come to light. For some of you, you're hoping that along your journey, along your path, while you're building, purchasing a home with the one that you love, traveling, maybe during the honeymoon, you'll get pregnant. Perhaps, you had some difficulties before and you have concerns about that. And you're hoping for the best. You're hoping for pregnancy. You feel really optimistic. You believe that, this can happen. But decisions have to be made, and you got to be careful with spending if you do get pregnant. Some of you will be getting pregnant, and this is what you need to do. Or you may need like a little help. Some of you may need a little help with a pregnancy, and it's gonna cost a little money. Maybe it'll cost a little money if you get pregnant and have to maybe leave your job or something like that. You or your spouse. This is what I'm picking up for some, of you. But this is definitely, this reading here is definitely about some trials and tribulations you've gone through, Aquarius, in love situations. For some of you, you have more than one partner. I see so many people here, so many women. Oh my goodness. The only woman that's not here, the only queen that's not here, is the Queen of Pentacles. Aquarius. Let's take a look at a few cards here. Let's pull some clarifiers. You definitely have love on your mind, love in the center. I get the feeling that you are, most of the people I'm talking to, some of you will be young. You'll be in your very fertile ages, probably in your 20s and 30s, and you have so many options here. Some of you will have a lot of options, especially the men. The men will have a lot of options, or does have a lot of options, do have a lot of options, and there are different suitors, different women around you that want your attention. Maybe the Queen of Cups is upset because she can't get your attention the way she wants. And then the Queen of Swords, who knows, she may be a little angry too because she can't get the attention she wants. Maybe this person is under you. Your Empress is your wife, and some of these other women are women who are interested. For some of you, that will be the case. For some of you, the Queen of Wands will be looking down on the entire situation and saying, okay, you can't have all of these women. You got to make up your mind. Go for what you know or what you feel is best for you, but make up your mind so you won't, whatever decisions you make in your marriage or your relationship won't fall apart the way that it did in the past. But you gotta sort of grow up a little bit. Flight and descend. Flight and descend, flight and descend. What does that mean, Aquarius, to you? Do you want to step out in the world and, do you want to kind of step out there and cruise? Is that what you want to do, Aquarius? Do you want to kind of get away from some of the, what's going on with you? Although it seems like a lot of love and I don't see like a bunch of chaos, so far. But maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to, step out there, fly away, travel, see the world, just kind of get away from everything, and then come back down to earth and descend, you know? Because if you look at the Fool is in the air. The Fool is standing like on top of a mountain. Looks like he's getting ready to step off of it. If he steps off, he's going to go flying through the air. He may be swirling around in the atmosphere a little bit, but then he's going to have to come back down to earth. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what flight and descend means to you, Aquarius. You being in the air, that image that I saw is definitely your image, because you are of the air. You're in the air. You're in the air flying. You're in the air, escaping inside your head, or literally. You could be working for an airline. Or in the military, jumping out of airplanes, and you feel free, you feel at peace when you do that, when you're in the air. That's your element. You're in the air, nobody's bothering you, you're left alone. And I do know that Aquarius folks, you kind of like your peace. You kind of like being to yourself a little bit, and working on the things that bring you joy without a lot of aggravation. You can be very eclectic and do things that other people may think are kind of weird or crazy, but you're not. Very, very intelligent people, very intellectual. You just kind of think on another plane. What do we want to clarify, Aquarius? We need to clarify a few of these cards here. What do we want to look at? Why is the Queen of Cups crying? Let's look at that. Why is the Queen of Cups in the reverse position? Why is the Queen of Cups in the reverse position? Cute little cards. This is my miniature tarot deck. Isn't it cute? It's so small. It is so little. I like this little deck though. I think I'm going to, let's see, clarify that your cards that came in reverse, because my main decks don't have reversals. Okay, I like to let the reversals come in naturally. That tells me that they're not just coming in because the entire deck is all mixed up, and then your reading looks bipolar and it's far from something that you're really going through. But I do have my little miniature deck with reversals, because I won't be using all of them to do the reading, if that makes sense. So it'll kind of balance it out. But two of your cards here, well actually three, because the Magician came in on the bottom in reverse as well. So we want to, this tells me to pay close attention There's something I need to pay close attention to and focus on since they're in reverse. Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Why is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Shuffle a little bit. This one wants to come out. Okay. The Five of Wands came out on top of the Queen of Cups. That means there's been some competition, some minor disputes. Let's go with this one. This one came up. And the Hermit came up. Look at this. Right next to the Five of Wands, the Hermit, that's the Virgo card. So you've got the Five of Wands right on top of the Queen of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands here. Those are like minor disputes, competition, negotiation, someone trying to negotiate a situation. This is the wands are of fire signs. They represent the fire signs. And then you have the Hermit that's right next to it. The Hermit is representative of a Virgo, and the Hermit is someone who's going deep inside. Deep inside, someone in the upright position is someone going inside or need to go inside and be introspective. Go in for the answers. Go in to seek knowledge. Kind of step away from the rest of the world and learn what they need to learn to rebuild from the inside and then come back out into the world. Sort of like a retreat. You know, you're taking some time away to be introspective, think about some things that you need to think about. Come back, your head and heart is clear, things make better sense, you have better perspective. But the Queen of Cups is upset, or will be upset, because there's competition going on here. And she's either going to lose in this competition, or she feels like she's going to lose. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Maybe there's some bickering going on, not like major fighting. Major fighting would be like swords. But there's been some bickering going on. I asked about the Queen of Swords. There's been some bickering going on. Something she found out, and she's just going to stay to herself. She's keeping her emotions to herself. She's really upset. She's crying, and she's going inward. Or she's going to be. Why is the Queen of Swords here? You've got the Three of Pentacles. Look at this. On top of the Queen of Swords, which happens to be next to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Give me one more for the Queen of Swords. Give me one more for the Queen of Swords. Whoop. And the Sun is in reverse on top of the Queen of Swords. Okay. Three of Pentacles on top of the Queen of Swords. And the Sun is in reverse in this situation. Three of Pentacles in the upright is, to me, it means like it means two things. It means someone getting recognition and reward for their efforts, for something that they're building, like on a project or something, related to work, related to a career. People coming together and collaborating, and they're building on a project. And you have two people here in this tarot spread going over to one person. This person is usually like a decision maker or a manager or something like that. And then this person is perhaps giving the other two people a job, or giving them recognition, and reward for their hard or earned work within this project. To me, this also means, other than building on a monetary basis, like job or whatever, because it's, this is Earth. It also means like a trinity of three things coming together to form like a triangle, or to complete something, like mind, body, and soul makes a complete person. Going within, finding that trinity within yourself, or from spirit, with the help of spirit, to build upon something, because it is the beginning stages of building on something. And this is how I see this card. That is like my own perspective, other than the actual meaning of this, okay? Because this is earthly. So it's usually job or project related, but that's kind of just depends on how it falls out in a reading for me, will be how I interpret it. But in this situation, it does look monetary and not necessarily spiritual. The sun in the reverse position is still bright and sunny and shiny. It's just like a little bit dimmer, or it just takes like it's still very positive, but it just kind of like slows down the process of whatever's supposed to happen. It just slows it down a little bit, takes it down a notch. The sun in the upright position is like 100. The sun in the reverse position is like 90 or 95 or something like that percent. But it's still the same meaning. So in this reading, to me, the sword is someone that's going to help you make a decision, Aquarius. Someone who's going to make a decision that involves your finances. It involves your finances. You will seek some reward or recognition, or perhaps a job. There will be some deliberating and a decision that needs to be made to make this happen. It'll take a little bit longer than you would like, because the sun is in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Is normally slow like this, but even slower in this position. Okay, so you have slow. This is slowing down. It's still going to happen. Whatever it is that you're putting out in the universe, it's still going to happen. This Queen of Swords, like I was saying a little bit earlier, is someone who can help you. If it's, if she's in the position to make a decision, you want this lady on your side, especially when it comes to legal. But in this case, this looks financial. Maybe this will be a banker that you have to deal with, who can make, who's a decision maker, like the head manager or something like that. someone who's going to sign off on a deal, on a document. So be patient with this, because this looks like money. This looks like something you're working on, and maybe an idea that you're putting together, something, financially, and you need like a legal representative. You need to bind this or something. This looks really good though. This looks good. And then you have the sun here. The sun is right next to it again. So the sun is shining down on this twice. It's just slowing down a little bit in the process, but it's still there. In the meantime, this is going to be for some of you. In the meantime, the Queen of Cups is not feeling good, or she won't be. She's going to go inside of herself. I don't know. She may be pregnant, or she may find out someone is pregnant, and maybe that could upset her. Or maybe this Queen of Cups is finding out that you're moving on without her. You're moving on to, whatever it is you set out into the world, and you're going to be successful at it, because success does follow this. The sun, although it's in stages, although there's a process that it needs to filter through, and she won't be happy about it. Maybe you two got into, debates and arguments, and something is going to be finalized. Maybe she's going to go off. She's going to remain here, and you're going to move on over here. Maybe this is a process you're going through, Aquarius. That could be a part of your flight and dissension. Let's look at why the Four of Wands is in reverse. Why is the Four of Wands in reverse? Temperance. Temperance is about patience, and it's about patience and creating some sort of balance in your life through discipline. It's a patience that you need to have, so whatever it is you're working on in your life, or whatever it is you're going through, will be allowed to go through its process naturally. It's also the sign of a Sagittarius. It represents Sagittarius. And you have the Chariot next to it in the upright position. That's Sagittarius and Cancer. Remember the Chariot came up in your past. The Chariot came up before. You got the Chariot twice, both in the upright position. You moved on from a situation. You or someone around you moved on from a situation and recreated happiness in their lives, and you actually came out with more happiness than you had when you started out in that relationship from the past. But then here it looks like maybe you had another relationship. Again, you were patient, you moved on, found, more happiness, with all of the cups, and you were patient. You were patient, got into another relationship, or remarried, or married. Maybe you didn't get married before, but maybe you got married this time, and in this relationship, things didn't really work, or maybe it didn't get off the ground. Maybe the marriage or engagement didn't get off the ground. You were patient, and it didn't work, and you had to move on. Maybe you're in the process. Maybe this is where you are now. Moving on. And desiring another relationship. Wanting to take that leap of faith again. Possibly, quite possibly for some of you, you or your mate, or maybe both of you are being patient about this marriage situation or this relationship that didn't fully get off the ground. Maybe the two of you are doing this together, being patient, moving forward in your relationship and taking a leap of faith, deciding to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Making that decision to reconcile or finally get it off the ground. Maybe that's what you're working on. Because over here in the immediate future is the world coming full circle. Maybe this is the same, you and the same person. You understand? Wow, Aquarius. There's quite a bit going on here. I hope that some of this reading resonates with some of you. I know that it won't resonate with everyone, but I certainly hope that it resonates with some of you and you get something out of it. I hope that, whatever the situation is, it doesn't look really bad. It just looks like you're going through every day, normal things in life that we go through, ups and downs in relationships. Sometimes we go through chaos a little in our relationships, but we work them out. We're human. We work through them with love and with kindness and love for ourselves and love for the people that we have relationships with. Whether they're love relationships or family relationships with our families, co-workers, friends. We all go through some of these things in our lives. But it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. I'm not picking up anything really, really bad here. It looks good. It does. It just, there's just some spots that you may need to be mindful of. For some of you who are afraid or have some concerns or some worries over here, like the Queen of Cups, about the outcome of everything and whether or not, some of you may be worrying that, concerned or emotional about some minor bickering that you're either going through or you will be going through. Honestly, I would say try not to worry too much. Try not to get too caught up and emotional. Get your emotions together. If you need to go inside like the hermit, then do so. If you need to spend a little time to yourself along, after you've made your decisions, because this is coming in the near future, then go for it. You got the sun supporting you. You got the sun supporting you twice. Whether that sun is right side up, upside down, sideways, it doesn't matter. It's still good. It's a good sign. I'm not picking up anything really, bad or what messages do you have, Spirit? What messages do you have for Aquarius? What messages do you have for Aquarius? Look at that. Choices. Bam. Choices. Look at that. I'm putting that right in the center. Spirit, what messages do you have for Aquarius? What messages do you have for Aquarius as we end this reading? Aquarius, I get the feeling once again, I get the feeling that you, like in your 20s or 30s, it's very young energy. And it's okay if you haven't fully decided which way you want to go, because you want to be free. You want what you want, but you also want some freedom. Freedom to fly, come and go as you please while developing this in your life. Oops. Here we got a child's love. Look at that. This is about a child as well. And you got be proud. Okay, Aquarius. First card is choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to the outside world. Look at that. Choices, the Lovers, and the Fool. You've got some decisions to make, Aquarius. You've got some head and heart decisions to make. You need to think about what's best for you. Think about what's best for maybe the people around you and yourself, of course. Take it to consideration, all parties involved. And follow your heart as well. Hopefully your heart and your head will be in agreement, will come to a conclusion of what's best for you and the people around you, the women around you, because I kind of get the feeling this has something to do with a man. This is like, although there's woman energy all over the place, the women didn't get themselves pregnant alone. So, kind of got the feeling that, maybe there's an ex involved and or another woman involved and she's pregnant and she's going to have a baby. It could be, 2 women in here, 3 women. This might be someone who's pregnant. She looks pregnant, The Empress. Pregnant, a child's love. The Sun. Cups. The Sun. The Sun upside down. Giving birth. She's pregnant. A child is coming. You know, the child is coming pretty fast. And she's going to give birth. I could go on and on and on because there's like a million stories coming into this situation. Because it's general, so the energies are strong right now. There's a lot of information coming in, but definitely there's quite a bit going on, and maybe, hopefully, some of you will reach out to me and write me and let me know who it is, if it's you that we're talking about, this in this situation where there are multiple things going on, from marriages from the past or something in the present. Maybe, you know, there's someone in the present, and then someone who has a, you know, a woman who has a child, whether that's you, Aquarius, or your man or your husband, Aquarius. You never know, you know. A child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Aquarius, if a child is coming, or if the children are already here but it looks like one is coming, looks like somebody's pregnant, embrace it. Try not to worry too much. Try not to, you know, fight and bicker too much over maybe your current love or your current wife, your current spouse, with the past, you know, with someone of your past. Try to keep them separate. See? Try to keep them separate so there won't be like a lot of competition and heartache and emotions. It won't be, you know, real stressful. Try to get everybody on board, you know. Everyone's going to have to be mature. It's not that easy, but hey, it's real life and these things happen. People have pasts before we meet them, and that's something that we as adults have to understand. It's not always that easy, especially for women, because, you know, women want to be number one. Women want to feel like, you know, there was no one prior to her, and that's just the way it is. Most women want to feel that way. They don't want to feel like, you know, some woman was there and she's got kids, and, you know, maybe you don't at that time. You know, this is for some of you. You don't have children with that person yet, and you would like to marry and have children, you know. But nevertheless, children are beautiful. So maybe try to embrace the situation. Maybe try to embrace Aquarius. If this is you and you're a woman and this is your, you know, if some of this resonates with you, what I'm saying, maybe try to embrace the idea of extended family. That could be for some of you. That message could be for some of you. Last but not least, be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it is important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Aquarius, again, be proud. I'm sure you have plenty of good achievements in your life. You do. You have good achievements in your life. You've achieved something. You've done something along the line that was noteworthy, whether it's big or it's small. Be sure to count your achievements, no matter how big or how small. Oftentimes we only see our big achievements as true achievements, but that's not the case. Count them so that more blessings can come. Be proud of whatever it is you're doing. Count the good things. Don't beat yourself up over any mistakes that you've made, bad decisions. Don't beat yourself up over it. We live, we learn, we move on and try to make better decisions. But, well, Aquarius, I hope this reading resonates with some of you. I hope that I've been able to reach some of you. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, please check into your sun. Well, this is the sun reading pretty much, but check into your moon and your rising sign as well. One of those videos may resonate with you a little bit more, or if you would prefer a personal reading, definitely contact me for a personal reading so that way we can connect and we can talk about it. You'll be able to ask questions and we'll be able to dig a little deeper into different situations. It'll just be, about you and what's going on in your life versus everyone who's watching. We'll just be picking up the energies on you and your life. I would highly recommend that because the personal readings are better. They're a lot better. They're more focused. Also, if you like this video, please share with your friends. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe. And definitely come back for the month of July because I will have more readings coming out. And I will have some love readings coming out as well. So I'm going to do quite a few things to kind of mix it up a bit. So I hope you enjoy. I wish you well, and I'm sending you plenty of love and light. Thanks again for your support. Take care.